Phil and I,
Yeah.
yeah, it's genuinely like really good. Because we've known each other in a personal capacity.
Yeah.
Like we were friends first, before we started the business. So we know a lot about each other.
Probably a little bit
Too much. But we also know like what our strengths and weaknesses are, and we know how to sort of handle each other as well. So
We always describe these two as yin and yang because they have very different like skill sets and specialities, but it comes together.
Who's yang?
I don't know whether you want to be yin or yang.
I feel like a yin.
Okay.
yeah.
You can be yang.
Yeah, because we know each other so well, it means we sort of, once we have like disagreements, like I feel like we like have these sorts of conversations in like quite a positive way, and I think the yin and the yang and the positives from each of us sort of work quite well together. I think so.
It creates like a cohesive atmosphere, I would say, and it's always been a very positive culture since day one of joining, 100%. Even because we have problems with kind of like with like fixing issues and everything like that. It always comes from like a very positive team culture. It doesn't come from a place of like antagonizing anything or like upsetting anybody. It's all very it feels more of a collective.
And how does it come across like to people that aren't sort of like Phil and I?
You can tell that you were friends first, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
100%, yeah. That's what I would say.
Try everything.
In what way then?
It's lovely.
I don't know, there's just like
That's just how we talk and communicate and...
Yeah, because I've worked for so many businesses where like you can tell that they only tolerate each other because they work together. Whereas, like,
We definitely do a bit.
I was going to say, there are times.
No, I'm sure there are, but you can very much so like the vibe that you guys give off is more of a friend vibe.
Yeah.
Something we've always worried about is because we are good friends and we have been good friends for a long time, is like trying not to create a culture of like me and Kane and our inside jokes. And it's tricky because obviously we are friends and we do have lots of sort of long-running inside jokes and stuff. So have you ever felt like that?
No, absolutely not.
Would you tell me that if you did?
Yeah. Would you tell us on camera?
No, of course I would. Of course I would, because I know that ever since like I started the interview process, you've always said like that you've wanted my honest opinions and like to come in and like have a full kind of sweep of everything. And there's not many areas that I've needed to do that from a culture perspective. So. Oh God. Busy.
Yeah.
Brain melt. There's been so much
Brain
going on.
melted, yeah.
But positive, genuinely. You can tell that this is a company that wants to hear feedback from its employees and actually puts it into action. That I've not worked for a lot of companies or corporations or agencies where they care about the workers' opinions. And so this has been genuinely very refreshing.
Yeah. I don't know why someone wouldn't listen to sort of other people's opinions, because I think you make the best decisions when you have as much information as possible, like from a complete 360. It doesn't mean that if an employee says something that we do everything they say, but it's really important and it helps you make better decisions.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would ignore that.
Completely.
I
I think it increases it reduces the turnover of staff as well because they feel genuinely like heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've always said is if you don't listen, then people will just leave. You have to hear people out.
Yeah. We were at university. We didn't meet at university. We met at a part-time job. And we sort of got on, didn't we? We were quite interested in similar sort of books and things like that. And then we had the idea for a social network. The segue here is that we use social media marketing to launch the website.
One of the things that I look back on and sort of laugh about is that we were sort of doing influencer marketing before influencer marketing was really like a big thing, because we were spam tweeting celebrities and saying like, please can you retweet this? And on launch day Bill Bailey, the comedian, retweeted our post.
Really?
Oh my
And our
God.
website went bonkers.
Bonkers.
Like, we had so much traffic through
Shout
to
out
it.
Bill Bailey.
Yeah.
Love Bill Bailey. Yeah, so now whenever I see Bill Bailey on telly, I'm like, Bill.
Cheers, mate.
Me and Bill were like that.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, like he didn't have any money for like, big fancy marketing campaigns, and like social media back then was largely
Yeah,
free.
organic.
Organic reach was far better then than it is now, and it just went really well. The launch went really well, got loads of users, and that maybe not at the time, but looking back, that was probably like the kernel of where Giraffe sort of came from, because we thought this really worked. Like it really worked for us. Like this could really work for other businesses, and that's sort of where
It seems obvious now, but like at the time there wasn't really a lot of social media agencies. There were businesses using social media, but not anywhere near like it is now. Like
I think even to this day, sometimes you have to explain why it has value, or explain like what the metrics of the value is and where it comes from, what it shows. But people understand the general consensus is that I should be using it, but they maybe just don't know how, and that's obviously where we step in.
Yeah.